Hey guys, hope everyone's well. I'm Pennyhill's Regret, and today we're going to look at the Valeton GP-100 multi-effects unit. Oh, and before I forget, please remember to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so we can keep the computer gods happy. So, I ordered this on Amazon the other day, and as soon as it came through, first thing I noticed was that it was incredibly small. The package was quite small, so for a multi-effects, that's a bit unusual. Had some good weight to it, so once I unboxed it, this is what came out. It looks quite cool. So basically what you have is 2 foot switches, an expression pedal here, 3 rotary knobs, and they feel very nice actually, and a main knob for the menu. It's got a relatively small screen, but I don't really particularly mind that. I kind of really like it. It's really sturdy. It feels really sturdy. It's got a good weight to it. It's not plastic. This is nice and strong. You feel confident that putting this on your board, it will withstand a bit of abuse. The expression pedal has a good motion to it as well. So I'm really quite surprised with the build quality on this. So nice and simple. If we look at the outputs out the back, what we have is an input for your guitar, obviously a left and right output if you want to connect it to your main amplifier. Then you have a input if you want to connect your MP3 player or whatever to it. I don't think people use MP3s anymore, do they? Anyways, headphones out for silent practice, and most importantly, a USB out. And this isn't just to connect to the software, which you can get on the Valeton website, but this also acts as a recording interface. So you really don't need anything else. You connect this straight to your PC or Mac, and you can record your sounds in your favorite DAW. So that's really awesome. It's got a good quality recording interface, and for a multi-effects unit, it's incredible to have that. So for this review, what we're going to do is listen to some sound samples. I've played through 4 different patches which were already included. It was recorded going straight through the USB out into Logic, no post effects, nothing. So just to show you what it can actually do, I tried to choose some varied sounds because it actually has a lot of options. I'm not going to go through the details of every single amp that it models, every single effect, because you guys know how to read and you can just go on their website. But essentially you've got all the usual suspects. So you've got Marshall, Mesa Boogie, you've got Fenders, you've got the whole lot. I think there's about 65 different amp and bass models. You also have acoustic simulation in here, which sounds pretty awesome, actually. And then you have about 45, I believe, different effects. Obviously, with the expression pedal, that adds a really cool dimension to a lot of those effects. So you've got different types of wah, you also have a pitch shifter, you've got a whammy, you've got some really cool effects to play around with. Okay, so you've listened to the sound demos. I had loads of fun playing with this. It was really good. The sound quality is good. It's quite fun to play. It's got the effects that you need. It doesn't have trillions of effects that eventually you'll never use. It just have the basics and it's covered. I think this is ideal for a number of people, actually. I think it's got enough to cover a lot of ground for a intermediate or professional player that just wants a backup or a good, inexpensive unit to play with the amp or as a backup to the amp. So I think it can easily cover that because it has some good effects in it and it's flexible enough to be able to do that. Or on the other side, if you're a beginner and you want an all-in-one unit, you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, this is really good quality. I mean, long are the days of, having beginner multi-effects units that sound like. But this is really good. The sound quality is good. It turns down nicely when you roll down the volume knob. It works very well. So I'm really impressed with it. Again, the build quality is fantastic. I really like the fact that it's small. You can put it on a pedal board. It's powered by 9 volts, so that's excellent as well. So it doesn't need anything else. It's a very good multi-effects unit. I didn't probably mention the price yet. This is, and don't quote me on it, but it's around about £100. So for $100, you got an awful lot to play with here. It's really good. You don't want to spend too much. It's an excellent product. I'm very, very impressed, and I'm going to keep it. I'm keeping this, and I'm going to use it as part of my rig. And I particularly like the USB output quality, so I think it does sound good. Just a quick word on the software that you get with this. You have a very basic software that you can download from the Valeton website, and it's I really like the simplicity of it. It's just a very basic software. They didn't spend too much time on fancy graphics or anything like that, or it always worries me when I see companies spending more time on graphics than the actual sound. It's really simple, nice to use. It connects easily with the unit, so I'm really impressed. I'm definitely going to keep this, and I think if you're looking for something around $100, you can't really go wrong with this. Very, very good piece of gear. If you are looking to invest in something like the Helix or something in the 600 to 500 price range, this is not a competitor to that. So this is not wanting to be that. It's a very simple, straightforward unit that makes playing very easy and very quick. It doesn't have the flexibility of those other units. It doesn't have the power of those other units. This is powered by one chip, so it's not as powerful clearly as those other units. But it doesn't, again, I'm just going to repeat it, it doesn't want to be that. It's just a good, flexible, inexpensive backup. Or main unit if you go straight to the PA, or main unit if you go into your amp and use your amp for the distortion. You just disable the preamp and the cabinet and you're done. It's fantastic. It's a really good unit. So I would highly recommend this. Go check it out. I'll put the links below and rock on.